日本語発音の基礎。基本の発音、ボーン、
First, let's practice pronouncing vowels. Here we will explain the difference in pronunciation of each vowel. The letter A in English is pronounced ah in Japanese. Open your mouth wide. Imagine you are about to yawn big time. Then stop your mouth and say ah. Next, the letter I in English is pronounced E in Japanese. When saying E, spread your mouth to the sides, but don't open it very much. The best way to imagine it is like the face of a small child when their parent tells them to smile, but they can't smile. Keep your upper and lower teeth showing and pronounce it E. The English word you is pronounced woo in Japanese. Imagine it as an octopus's mouth, with your lips sticking out and then stopping. Or think of your mouth when you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. When your mouth sticks out, pronounce woo. The English E is pronounced e in Japanese. Open your mouth horizontally like when you say E, then open it vertically a little like you would when making that pronunciation, then stop and pronounce it A. The English letter O is pronounced O in Japanese. Imagine it as opening up a vertical oval, stopping when it's full, and pronouncing it O. The last sound is Keeping your mouth closed, you pronounce as if you are speaking through your nose.
濁音、
Dakuan and dakuten are called voiced consonants in English. Sounds starting with G, Z, D, or B, they are called voiced consonants because of the vibration when pronouncing them. In both hiragana and katakana, these are written with 2 dots in the top right corner of the symbol. In all cases, they are pronounced as voiced sounds.
半濁音、
Handakuan and handakuten are called unvoiced consonants in English. When pronounced starting with P, it is called a half-voiced consonant, and when written as characters, it is called a half-voiced mark. In both hiragana and katakana, it is written with a single circle in the upper right. In both cases, it is pronounced like an explosion.
4音、
The English pronunciation of yuan is glides. The sounds starting with K, S, T, H, M, G, Z, D, or B are pronounced with either ya, you, or yo, written in small letters. Care must be taken when writing yoan. When writing in each format, be sure to imagine a rectangle divided into 4 spaces, and once you have decided whether you want to write vertically or horizontally, write a small ya, you, or yo in the appropriate space. Again, the ya, you, and yo in yoan should be written in quarter size. Horizontal writing means writing from left to right, like English. When doing so, yoan is written at the bottom left of the rectangle. Vertical writing is another way of writing Japanese and means writing from top to bottom. When doing so, yoan is written at the top right of the rectangle. The key point is that yoan is always characterized by being located at the bottom right of the main character.
側音、
Sakuans are called double consonants in English. When writing a word in Romaji, if the characters include K, K, T, T, S, S, or P, P, it is a glottal stop. When pronouncing a glottal stop, the corresponding part is not pronounced. Be aware of pronouncing it as if you are swallowing air. When writing Romaji by listening to the sound, please refer to the following. For example, the Romaji for ticket is K, I, P, P, U. First, write K-I and P-U, which are the Romaji for the letters ki and fu that you can hear. You cannot hear the corresponding small tsu, but in this case, the letter tsu for holding your breath comes after the ki pronunciation. So if you add 1 P to the spelling written after ki, that is fu, you will get the word kipu.
長音、
Please note that there is a big difference in articulation when writing in hiragana and katakana. First, when there are 2 vowels, I, U, A, O, in a row, in hiragana, the vowel letters are inserted as they are and pronounced. In katakana, The two vowels are removed and a line is written instead. Japanese ramen has recently become known all over the world. When written in hiragana, the second letter A is written as the hiragana A, but in katakana it is represented by a line. When there are two AA and two A's in a row, let's see the difference between hiragana and katakana while pronouncing them. Hiragana example, okasan. Katakana example, hanbaga. When there are two AIs and two I's in a row, let's see the difference between hiragana and katakana while pronouncing them. Hiragana example, oni-san. Katakana example, jeans. When two U appear in a row, like yu, let's see the difference between hiragana and katakana while pronouncing them. Hiragana example, ryugakusei. Katakana example, menu. This time, two sounds are applied. When there are two EE and E in a row, and when it is EI. Let's look at the difference between hiragana and katakana while pronouncing it. Hiragana example, daigakusei. Katakana example, geimu. Also, when writing this sound in hiragana, it is necessary to write it as E. The pronunciation is the same as A. In the case of O, two sounds are applied. When OO and O are two in a row and when it is OU. Let's look at the difference between hiragana and katakana while pronouncing it. Hiragana example, kuko. Katakana example, Australia. Also, when writing hiragana for this sound, you need to write O. The pronunciation is the same as wu.
これでレッスンを終わります。わからないところは復習して勉強してくださいね。